Make sure y'all can see me. Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Back at it again. Preaching the word, preaching the downfall of this wicked ass kingdom. Okay. For all praises going on to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Bashem Rakakadash. The bonds to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Much respect to you brothers out there that's preaching this word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Make sure I got everything set up. Wanted to come out here earlier, but it is what it is. It is what it is. The man's goings of the Lord. I was gonna come out here yesterday, but I said forget it. I mean yesterday, but then I saw that it said that it's gonna be warmer today, and it happens to be actually colder today. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Man's goings of the Lord. So let's get Proverbs. Let's get Proverbs 20 and 24. Okay. A man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? How can a man then understand his own way? Because a lot of stuff that you do is already written. The elect is already written to escape this madness, to see the reward of the wicked. We living in some beautiful times, where somebody's going to be right. Either we going to be right, or Christians going to be right, the atheists going to be right. We living in those times where somebody's going to be right. And so far, with the data, what we seeing online, what we seeing happening across the world, what we have been preaching proves that what we have been saying is that we're the ones that are right. We're the ones that were preaching the one. You got the apostles and elders that's been preaching this word for 30 plus years, and it goes to show, with their hard work pushing this word, it's hastening to coming, and that's all praises to Yahweh Shem outside right there, So if you've been out here doing this work, just pray that the Lord keeps that spirit upon you, that you endure to the end, that you keep on doing this. That's what we want, for the Lord to have that spirit upon us, that we endure to the end and keep on pushing, because it'd be a crying shame to be in this thing for many years and then for you to fail at the last moments. That's why the word says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of your times. Let's get that. It's Isaiah 33 and 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, strength and salvation. Okay, and the fear of the Lord is his treasure. So we understand that the fear of the Lord, is the beginning of wisdom. It's how we come out here with great boldness. I was just thinking today, while I was walking up here, to be able to come out here with great boldness to preach this word, that it takes a lot of faith in Yahweh Shem outside. For brothers around the world to come out here with great boldness to preach this word, it takes a lot of faith, because we understand that this ain't no game. We are literally risking our lives to do this work. I saw the other day, Sakari or Deacon, he had posted up a video. Well, not a video. Well, yeah, the video's on his Patreon, but it was about these brothers literally getting in a fight because they were preaching this word. We are literally risking our lives to preach this word. Brothers is going to be thrown into prison for preaching this word, for being hated for Yahweh Shem outside's name's sake. That's why the word says wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of times. You look at your forefathers, what your forefathers went through, and understand that you can go through it as well. You know, just have, you know, when you call upon the Lord, that you understand that you ain't going to be confounded in these last days. Okay? That the Lord, you know, pray that the Lord take not that Holy Spirit and you endure to the end. Okay? But as I was saying with that video, I didn't like how he was posting the video that you got to buy to watch this brothers fight. You know, I didn't like that because, you know, you got jakes that come into this thing for entertainment. This thing ain't for entertainment. This thing is for edification. You know, when you start to really grow into this, like Apostle was going into last night, I was watching it. You know, when he was first coming into class, I believe it was Apostle Kabar, when he was going into his classes, he would write down his notes. You know, it comes to a time where this thing has to stop being entertainment. This thing has to be real to you. You know, brothers come to this thing, you know, I remember, you know, I'm not exempt. You know, I used to watch the videos for entertainment. You know, at the same time, I was wild about it because I was like, man, the brothers was bringing out the videos. But at the same time, I was watching it for entertainment. I was writing down notes. And that's how I got built up in the spirit. And eventually, you know, the Lord just had it to, hey, you got to get serious in this thing. So I got serious. And I started writing down my notes. You know, and you get built up in the spirit in this. And you find out that, hey, you know, the Lord called you to come out here to these highways and byways and preach his word and to feed his sheep and look for the elect. That's our job, you know? That's our job. So we can hasten the coming of the end. Okay? Let's get Luke 14 and 23. This is Luke 14 and 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go throughout the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled. So that's the end all be all, man. You know, that's why come out here and do the work. You know, risk your life, risk your freedom for that. You know, you go out to the highways and hedges. You know, this is my second spot. You know, because downtown, where I'm at, you know, in Louisville, Kentucky, it's just dead as hell downtown. You know, barely ain't no souls, but at least down here, you know, this is highways, hedges, you know, where a lot of chief place of concourse, where a lot of people roll through. You know, this is where I'm spewing out the wisdom. Okay? This is John 21 and 15. Okay, this is about Peter, and this was about Yahweh Shai getting on Peter. You know, in the ways it was getting on a lot of us as was first coming into this truth. You know, you had to get serious into this thing. You know, realize the severity of this thing. You know, because 2/3 is going to be cut off. Do you want to be part of that 2/3? So no. So you got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. You got to do the work. You got to start learning. Get built up in the spirit, start teaching, you know? This thing that we in is not a game. So that's what Yahweh Shai was telling Peter. Like, hey man, this ain't a game, feed my sheep, you know? And it's also talking to myself, you know, there's some days where I'll be like, man, I wanna play the video game, or I wanna draw, I wanna play basketball. The Lord's like, man, with all this time you got on your hands, just go out there and feed the sheep. You know? So let me go back to it. I don't want to act stupid on me. 1 second. All right, John 21, 15. So when they had dined, Yahweh said unto Simon, Peter, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He saith unto me, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He saith unto him, feed my lambs. Okay? He's like, feed my lambs. Get into this work. Get serious with this. Stop playing games with it. Okay? He said unto him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. And he said unto him, Feed my sheep. So he said, feed my sheep, bro. Saying it again, feed my sheep. Trying to drive it in. And you're going to see that he asked 3 times, trying to drive it into him. Like, hey, 3 being a completion. Like, hey, feed my sheep. Verse 17. And he said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Say, love thee. Yahushua said unto him, feed my sheep. So he's just driving into him like, bro, feed my sheep. Stop playing games. You understand that Peter, he was a fisherman. I'm pretty sure he loved fishing. It's just like me. I love play ball. Can't play ball right now. The gyms is closed. Gyms is closed. They took down the rims. What else? Love draw. So I love my art. Sometimes I'll just be like, man, do I feel like drawing today? But the first and foremost thing that you should be worried about is this truth. Breaking down these scriptures, feeding this flock, feeding the sheep. It's your most important thing that you should be doing. Most important thing is that you should be feeding the sheep. Worrying about the elect being sealed. Bringing out more edification. Studying. Studying while you can. We're getting into that time. Let's get Matthew 24. It's 25. 36. Alright. Matthew 24 and 36. But the day and the hour knoweth no man, nor the angels of heaven, but my Father only. Because we're going to go into where these times is just going to catch up a lot of people. It's going to catch a lot of people off guard. Okay? But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the Son, Salakia, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. It's going to catch a lot of people off guard. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating, drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage unto the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Okay? So that goes into a lot of people who's going to be catch off guard. It goes into the wise bridegrooms and the foolish bridegrooms. You want to be a wise bridegroom, as we read in Matthew 25. You want to be a wise bridegroom. You don't want to play no games with the Lord, man. You don't. It's like you don't want to play no games with him. I'm trying to pull up my note. Just want to act all stupid. Slacky, bear with me. I'm trying to get this precept real quick. Okay, this is Revelation 16 and 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. So you watching. Okay, you watching and praying. Make sure that you're doing that. Watching, praying, taking time out of the week to fast. Get used to eating smaller meals. Those are the times that we're coming into. Okay? But you watching, praying. Make sure that your garment's clean. Make sure that you are still doing the work. When Yahushua comes back, be like, hey, you my good and faithful servant. You did the work. That's what we want. We want to be called a good and faithful servant. We want to be, matter of fact, let's get it. When I go back to Matthew 25. So Revelation 21:7, this is what you want to be called, man. Okay? He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son. That's what you want. Okay? Being right there a ruler with Yahweh Shai. You know, him seeing your works, him seeing you taking the time out of your day, out of your life. You know, it's sacrifice to come into this thing. You know? Sacrifice to come into this thing and start learning. Get built up and you become a teacher. And then you go out there to the highways and byways and sacrifice. You know? Instead of you going to that seminary college and being brainwashed, you know, you personally, from the videos that you watch from the apostles and the elders and the brothers on down, you get edified. And you start learning with them. That's what happened with me. You know, and brothers around the world. You know, I was talking to a brother the other day. You know, he was confused about the 1/3 and the 2/3. What makes the 1/3 the 1/3, and what makes the 2/3 the 2/3? Well, it just pretty much goes down to, you know, who the Lord called. You know, who He wants to make at the first go around. You know, if you find yourself that you can understand it, start getting it. You know, it's a beautiful thing. But if you're not getting it, hey, you most likely of the 2/3. And the brother was getting it. You know, I was breaking down the scriptures like, hey, you know, the 2/3 had that to do with thy will spirit. They want to do whatever they want. You know, they're not going to have their garments clean. You know, they're going to be the foolish ones. You got dudes in this thing that are foolish, you know. Let's go ahead and read that. This is Matthew 25. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. Who's the bridegroom? That's Yahweh Shai. Okay? That's Yahweh Shai. Matter of fact, let's get a precept about the this is 2 Corinthians 11:2. For I am jealous over you with a godly jealous. For I espouse you to be one husband, that I may present you as a chastened virgin to Mashiach. Okay? For you to be a chastened virgin, it's not being a little virgin. It's not. It means not being polluted with all the filthiness. You know, we living in a land of confusion. Okay? Land of confusion. Where you got little kids, you know, they teaching little kids, you know, he's a little boy, but hey, you can become a little girl, you know. This is the land of confusion. You know, this is why when it says that you love the Lord, you're going to hate evil. Okay, when you love the Lord, you're going to do that which is pleasing unto Him. You're not going to be a foolish virgin. I know a lot of foolish virgins. The Lord gave them as an example for me in this city. You know, if I don't do the work, this is how I'm going to become. Not knowing what's going on. You know, you got dudes asking, not asking, but saying that you got to go buy out land and do this and that. Hey, the first thing that you need to be prioritized is His word and doing this work. Okay, they're not being built up. They're not being built up in the spirit, you know. They don't realize the severity of coming out here and preaching His word. They don't want to do that. You know, that's very important. You know, it shouldn't be just me down here preaching in the name of Yahweh Shem outside. It shouldn't be just me. It should be dudes around the full corner, every corner, every block down here. But you don't. You got a lot of foolish virgins, as we read in Matthew 25, these are the foolish virgins. These are their actions. Okay? They walking naked. You know? They're not taking this thing serious. Now, I understand not every brother's called to preach His word, but hey, you can find out. You know? Verse 2, 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. They took no oil. You know, the oil keeps you on fire. Oil keeps you burning, you know. That oil is understanding that, you know, throughout your troubles, or everything that happens, that if you endure to the end, and you keep on doing this work, hey, you good, you know, you good. But you got dudes that's claiming to be in this thing that's prioritizing other things, you know, prioritizing the gain of this life, you know, trying to be YouTube celebrities. We ain't in this thing to be celebrities, man. You know, we want our fame and our glory in the kingdom of heaven, okay? That's where we want our fame and glory, you know? We ain't here to edify, to help seal the elect. In Lord's will, we endure to the end, and that's when we get our fame and glory, okay? And those dudes that's out there in Israel trying to be all famous, trying to be the greatest things. You know, you can break down those scriptures, but you can't come out here and preach this word. You claim that you can break down them scriptures. I see them online, and they don't come out here and preach this word. So they foolish virgins. You know, they dudes that can't get it. They're foolish virgins. You know, a nigga can't get it. We moving on. Okay. Verse 4, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. The wise, you know, they kept it going. You know, you got Apostle and Tahar on down. You know, they've been in this thing for 30 plus years. 30 plus years, man. Imagine being in this thing for 30 plus years. And you still going hard. You still bringing out edification. Hey, those are men that Yahweh set up. Yahweh set up to give you the truth, to walk after light. You know, because they walking after the ways of Yahweh. You know, they signed the crime for the abominations thereof. You can hear it. You know, they ready to get up out of here. You know, that's how we should be. We should be ready to get the heck up out of here. You know, in that mind state. So how do we do that? We bring out more edifications. We come out here with great boldness. We don't take no, you know, days off, as it to say. You know. Keep on bringing out. Keep on doing this work. You got brothers that went out there, preached this word, and then he fell off. Well, they're not fit for the kingdom of heaven. Matter of fact, let's get that. Then we'll come back to this. Get Luke 9:62. Okay, these are those brothers. You know, imagine. And you see them. Let's just say that you see them. You know, we see in the times that we live it in, everything's starting to pop off. The prophecies is popping up like popcorn, and then you got dudes that's want to come into this thing again. You know, they fell off a couple years ago, fell off 30 years ago or so, and now they want to come back into it and act like they some elder. You ain't no elder, brother. You ain't. If you took days off in this thing, as in, you know, you put your hand to the plow, you ain't worthy for this kingdom of heaven. You know? This is Luke 9:62. And Yahweh said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of God, of power. Okay? You put your hand to the plow and you put the gas off, you're not fit for the kingdom. Okay? It's like you start training for a boxing event. You stop training. It's like you start training for a boxing event, and then you trying to go back into the boxing scene with no training, with no preparation fight. You just go in there trying to fight the heavyweights. You ain't ready, you know? Trying to claim that you've been in this thing for a long while, and everybody knows that you took time off. Everybody knows that you ain't been training, and then you want to fight the biggest fighter. You ain't ready. So that's how the kingdom of heaven is. You ain't ready for this. You ain't ready for this fight. You ain't ready for this big fight that's coming up. You know? Lord got to put you out. And the Lord got to put you out of your misery, man. You know? Because when you try to go into the fight, you just going to be done, man. That's it. It's going to be done like that. Yeah, I already read it. Salakia. I had to make sure if I read it. Matthew 25 again. Verse 5, while the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, and behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out and meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out. Okay, this is going into the famine of the word. Let's get that. You know, his brothers is going to try to come up, or, 2/3 that had the chance to get this word or trying to come out and get this wisdom and knowledge. But the Lord is going to have his men close their mouths. We're not going to give you this knowledge, because at the time when you had liberty, you didn't take advantage of this. You didn't take advantage of getting this truth. Okay? You wanted to do your own thing. Like my homie. They used to be my homie. Let's say that. As I was saying last week, he's going to find out the hard way that what I've been saying, that what I've been teaching, and what the apostles and the elders been saying, and what they've been teaching for 30 plus years is going to come to pass. I gave them nothing but the word. This was true love. True love, but they couldn't take the true love. This is reproof. This is correction. This is getting you in order. You either gonna like it or not. And it just goes to show he didn't like that reproof. He didn't like that correction. He loves his master. He loves his world. He's blinded from the truth, so he's going to learn the hard way that what I've been saying is going to come to pass. Let's get Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. So that's coming. It's coming real quick. You're going to see YouTube probably going to be shut down some way, or they're going to lock down brothers' videos, or block them, delete them. You're going to see something happen. Okay? You're going to see something happen. Something is going to happen to where the famine of the word is going to come, or they're going to run up on brothers. Something's going to happen, okay? Or the famine of the word is just going to kick off some way, shape, or form. And that's coming, And you brothers that's out there that's been the foolish virgins, you ain't going to be ready. Using this time right now is to get ready. This time that we're in is used to get ready. To get your mind set on the kingdom. Get your mind ready to know that Esau Edom knows that he has but a short time to rule this earth. He knows that. He's coming down with great wrath. And people is going to see that. And they're going to see it. Like, man, these people out here are madmen. They're going against their own government. They're killing each other. They're killing our people left and right like it ain't no tomorrow. They're going to find that out. That what we've been saying, that these times that we've been preaching about is coming to pass. Okay? And they shall run from sea to sea, and from the north and even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. In that day, fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. So you're going to faint. You're going to live in a city confusion, not knowing what's going on. You're just going to be utterly confused, utterly destroyed in that mindset. Not knowing what to do. Pookie and Ray eating each other. Those times is coming. Whether you believe it or not, those times is coming. Okay? And you just tarrying to get to the Lord, to get this truth. The doors of mercy is closing. Obviously with me still being able to go out and preach this word, and you got other brothers that's still able to go out here and preach this word. The doors of mercy is still open. But you better get this word while you can. You better get it while you can. It's the 2 Ezra 5 and 1. Nevertheless, as the coming tokens, okay, tokens, the signs, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number. And those days is coming. People going to be taken away in great number. and those dudes that scoff and laugh, they're not going to know what to do. And the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. So the way of truth, this wisdom and knowledge that's being brought out to the highways and byways, is going to be taken away, because you had your chance. You know, you had liberty, and you didn't take advantage of it. Okay. Let's go back to Slaki. Let me. Yeah, this is also Ezekiel 3:26. This is about when there's going to come a time when you're out there preaching the word, trying to preach this word, and they're not getting it because they hard-headed, they stiff-necked, they don't want to get it. Well, eventually, like I keep saying, the famine of the word, you're not going to give it to them. So this is Ezekiel 3:26. And I will make thy roof, Slakia, I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, and that thou shalt be dumb, and thou shalt not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. So you're not going to reprove them anymore. You're not going to say anything to them anymore. Why? Because they're a rebellious house. They stiff-necked. They didn't want to get the word while they can. You know? They want to look at you crazy, look at you dumb. Well, it's going to come a time where you're going to look at them dumb. Because you've been like, hey, bro, you know, you had the chance, and you didn't take heed to it. You know, those times is coming very, very quickly. And dudes that didn't want to take heed to it, hey, you're gonna learn the hard way. Because when the man of the Lord is not being a reprover and preaching the word, that's when that judgment's coming. And that judgment's coming real fast. You got brothers in other cities that's not able to come out here and preach this word. You know? Brothers has been out there for years preaching the word, you know, out there in Chicago, in other states, cities, you know, I believe, yeah, just other states, cities that's not able to come out here and preach this word, you know? They're not being a reprover. You know, some of those states, they gonna get it. But those brothers, you best believe, that did the work, they're gonna be protected from all that. Let's go to Matthew 25 again. Yeah, let's go to Matthew 25:8 again. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us your oil, for our lamps are gone out. And the wise answered, saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go you rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. So go to those churches, go to those pastors, go to those Israelite camps that are selling. You know, hey, you gotta buy my Patreon. Go to my Patreon so you can watch this video. You know, watch this video of brothers fighting. You know, it's just folly. It's madness, man. You know, that's not a good look. You know, you're supposed to be bringing out edification's sake. We are literally risking our lives and freedom for this work, for this truth. You know, literally doing that. So just go to those brothers that want to play games with it. You know, they want to play games. They don't want to take this thing serious. Verse 10. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. So those were the wise. They got beamed up in the chariots. They saw the reward of the wicked. You know, also throughout their walk, you know, when Jacob's trouble happens, they still going to see the reward of the wicked as well. You know, going to see the wicked die in various ways because they didn't want to take heed to it. You know, they're going to be laughing at them. You know, and those days is coming very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. Okay? Slaki, where was I? Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, verily I say unto you, I know you not. So we're going to be looking at those servants that claimed they was in the truth, claimed they was out here doing the work, but they was just found out to be phonies. You know, they didn't have no oil. They didn't have no fire in the stand. You know? It doesn't matter if you got to come out here by yourself or with a group. Keep that oil with you. Keep that fire on you. You know, don't play no games. This is here for you not to play no games. Literally, man. This is literally for you not to play any games. Because it's a lot of... it takes a lot of sacrifice. It takes for a young man to get a grown man mind state in this thing. You know? Start worrying about other things and start worrying about this truth. Start worrying about edifying the elect. Matter of fact, let's get Matthew 19:27. Let's get that. Okay? Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we are forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have thereof? You know, taking your time out of your life, your day, sacrificing, going out there. You know, that's what they were doing. Going out there to the highways and byways and preaching this word like we are now. You know, they was risking their lives, sacrificing. You know, Peter wasn't unrighteous to ask, because a lot of dudes, as you read, you know, you got to think about it. They had families, they had wives, they had children. And they saw what Yahushua was speaking. They saw what the other brothers were speaking. And they knew that it was the truth. You know, the spirit rose up in them. And they had the oil. But you know, like I said, they had wives, they had children. And some of them packed up and leave. It was gone for days on end. And you know, they, you know, it's a beautiful thing to have a family. But, you know, that's something, you know, the brothers, you know, you got to think about it. They men just like us, and they will miss their family, miss their wives, kids, animals, whatever, man. And they sacrificing their time out here to preach this word. So that's what they asking, like, hey, Lord, what we going to get for sacrificing our time? You know, this, and I'm going to answer, okay? Verse 28. Then Yahushua said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which follow me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So you got Yahushua, King David, and the rest of the 12. You know, they're going to be the top of the top. Okay? They're going to be the top of the top. And then you got your 144,000 and you got your elect. Okay? And, you know, we want to be of that number. You know, we want to be of that number. We want to have salvation. We want to have our children saved.